Romans 8:28. All things work together for good to them that love God and who are called according to his purpose. All things? All things? Redundancy? Cancer? Kids going crazy? Bankruptcy? Are you sure that all things? This verse is often misunderstood. Paul doesn't say that all things are good. Some circumstances, some things that happen are just plain awful. I frequently walk through the valley of the shadow, and so do you. And the only comfort is that I'm walking through it and not camping in it. All things are not good. No. The verse says all things work together for good. God is like a master musician, and he weaves these discords and cacophony into a final, brilliant harmony. Or think of it like one of these old-fashioned carpets where you look at all the twists and squiggles. When you look, the pattern is so intricate that you can't see the overall design until you stand back. When you get close, you're just confused. When you stand back, the design is apparent. You've probably heard that old saying, God is in the detail. Oh no, it's the devil. God is in the big picture too. The grand design. The trouble is that we live in the detail, so to speak. I remember hearing this couple speaking, young American couple, and they were talking about their life story. And near the end, she said in this wonderful Tennessee drawl, which I won't attempt to imitate, life sure is a curvy road. Now ain't that the truth? He replied in a deep Sheffield accent. So here we are. We live in the detail, in the nitty-gritty, in the bits and pieces of this life. And my conviction is that it's not what happens to us so much as how we respond to it that governs the principle in this verse. Isn't it strange how an experience that one person is left feeling embittered and sullen and disillusioned, and the next person going through the same experience can be challenged into a greater compassion or sympathy or grow more sensitive through the same thing? Well, why is that? You know, I must say, bitterness is an extraordinarily vicious killer. It really damages your relationship to God, and it stains and inhibits your relationship with your friends, and it confuses your relationship to yourself. So just watch out. If you bear grudges, watch out. I believe it stops this verse working in your life, because there is a principle here, you know, and the principle is very serious. All things work together for good to them that love God and who are called according to his purpose. According to his purpose. And in the next verse he explains it a little. That we might be conformed into the likeness of his Son. God's purpose is bigger than my vision of it. It's just the grand design. It's not all about me or you. There's a song I love to sing. It starts, Jesus be the centre. It always, for some reason, it always makes me think of a bicycle wheel. Can you imagine that wheel without the centre holding all those spokes in place? It just wouldn't work. Where would the wheel be without the centre? But I have to keep singing that song because so often Jesus isn't the centre of my life. So it's a prayer for me. It's a prayer. Please, Jesus, please be the centre. And then, and only then, the various bits and pieces of my life can be worked together. They can begin to make sense. By the way, this is a verse to be treated with care and thought. Please don't announce it blandly. Don't paste it onto somebody's grief, somebody else's trouble. It's enough to discover that truth for yourself. And even then, understanding God's work on your life only seems to work in retrospect, doesn't it? When you're looking back, you see the path that you've come on, and maybe the reason for it. Only then you see what God's been doing, that he knows, that he understands. And though I walk through the valley, I will not fear, because he is here with me in those circumstances, through them, in all things, to bring me to Jesus. Amen. God bless you.